Introducing Lucha Underground fans. It is your boy, Alyx, and you are watching my Season 2, Episode 10 review. Tonight's episode gave us a lot of good stuff, including a main event, a game-changing main event between Matanza and Pentagon Jr. Guys, I really enjoyed tonight's episode. Shocker, it really shouldn't be. Lucha Underground continues to chug along, ladies and gentlemen, with some really good episodes, and what we got tonight is only going to set up even more good, maybe even great, maybe even amazing episodes later down in the season. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. We kick things off with a promo segment, an in-ring promo segment with Dario Cueto announcing that the band is back. We now have the Lucha Underground band. They're back performing. That's pretty cool. And then he announces that there will be another Trios Championship tournament coming up pretty soon. And then Pentagon Jr. comes out and tells them he wants a match against Matanza. Dario says, nope, you don't deserve a match. You are not championship material. He gets pissed off and then he tries to break Dario Cueto's arm. And that is the main event. That is how we set up the main event. First match was Johnny Mundo and Taya versus Cisco and Castro. Castro is, of course, Officer Reyes, who is looking to take down Dario behind the scenes. Nothing has developed yet with that storyline. They're still putting that on the back burner, but I'm pretty sure Officer Reyes will eventually become more relevant as time goes by. As for the match, solid match. Taya held her own against both Castro and Cisco and pretty much did most of the work. Mundo, just being the chicken shit heel that he is, was like, you know what, I'm gonna get some offense and then make her do all the work. Cage comes out, eventually he comes out, and Mundo says, nope, I am noping really hard at this guy right now. I'm not gonna do anything with him. He runs away and leaves poor Taya to take on Castro and Cisco by herself, and she loses to that really awesome 3D code breaker shatter machine finisher that they do. So Cisco and Castro win their match, and yeah, they just avoid Cage like the plague, because he's not a man, he's a machine. I need to work out. Look at this. Look how skinny I am, guys. Anyways, moving on. We have a really creepy, it's cool but creepy segment with Marty the Moth Martinez, and he's at home telling us the story of the Moth tribe, and the most dangerous warrior in that tribe is his sister, Mariposa. We see scenes of her killing other random luchador wrestlers that aren't around now because they did. You know, it was a cool little package to highlight the importance of the Moth family. We have Katrina and Cueto. Cueto's just backstage in his office, and Katrina just teleports there. Lights go off, boom, here she comes. And she just gives him a warning. She tells him, look, bitch, your little boy Matanza, your little boy, let me tell you something. Eventually, my boy, Death himself, is coming for him. He gonna die, okay? And then poof, she goes away. I look forward to that match. I'm pretty sure eventually Matanza and Mil Muertes has to confront each other. That's gonna be one hell of a fight. Then we have, it's the Trio Championship match. It's Ivelisse, Son of Havoc, and Angelico versus the Disciples of Death. Elimination Trio Championship match. Really good. I thought everybody involved put on a pretty good contest. I thought Angelico was the star of this. Well, no. I guess technically Son of Havoc was the star of the match since he won the match for his team. But I really, really enjoyed Angelico in this match. This guy is awesome. I really do wish that Jack Evans and him would be a tag team. Now, it won't happen because, Jack Evans is a heel, and Angelico is a face. So they're on two different sides of the spectrum. But eventually, I hope one of them turns heel, one of them turns face, and they become a tag team again because, Jesus Christ, they're awesome. But I really enjoyed his work in this match. But it came down 2-on-1 to Son of Havoc, and he took it to them. He did this awesome double stomp to the freaking Disciples of Death, and then follows it up with a shooting star press, a standing shooting star press, and gets a pinfall. And then, of course, when it's 1-on-1, Katrina tries to get involved, and here comes Alyx to take out Katrina to save her ex. And then he wins the championships for his team. So really good stuff all around. I would think this would lead to a match between Katrina and Alyx, right? Hopefully, because I do want to see Katrina eventually get down inside the ring. Speaking of getting down inside the ring, we had the debut of Mariposa taking on Sexy Star. This match was surprisingly pretty short. And the psychological warfare that Mariposa has over Sexy Star was highlighted in this match. Sexy was running away. She was running away. She wasn't even trying to fight Mariposa. She wasn't trying to wrestle her. She wasn't trying to get any offense on her. She tried. It didn't work. But she wasn't even trying to confront her. When Mariposa got her hands on the girl and hit her with that amazing, crazy, sick finishing move, the Vertebreaker, which she calls the Butterfly Effect. Makes sense. She pins her. It wasn't even a long match. It was like barely a minute. But that's the whole point. They're highlighting that Sexy Star is a different wrestler now because she's been captured and tortured by both of them. She's not the same person she used to be. She's a completely different woman now. The Matt tried to get in there after the match to help her out, but Mari DeMoth beats him up, and then Mariposa and Mari DeMoth tag team on him. So we'll see how this goes, man. But Mariposa destroyed poor Sexy Star. She's a beast, man, and I don't even think we got to see the best of her at all. This was just a taste. You know what I'm saying? So, we have a backstage segment between Rey Mysterio and Cueto. They talk about El Dragon Azteca, not Junior, but Senior, who, if you remember last season, was killed by Black Lotus. But Rey Mysterio asked Dario Cueto about El Dragon Azteca, and he pretty much says, I know he's dead, but I want to know who killed him. And Dario pretends to not know anything. He's all like, look, I don't know what happened. Okay? I have amnesia all of a sudden. No. He's clearly hiding it because he's trying to protect Black Lotus. And eventually Rey's going to find out. And shit's going to happen. Shit's going to hit the fan. But as of right now, he's trying to avoid Rey, even thinking about it. So he told Rey, look, you can wrestle here in Lucha Underground as long as you move on from El Dragon Azteca Sr. So, I look forward to seeing where that goes. And I also look forward to the day Black Lotus actually wrestles. Because as of right now, she's just pretty much a valet. I want to see this woman get down inside the ring. I know she can wrestle, and I want to see her wrestle. In the main event, we had Pentagon Jr. versus Matanza. And I love that Melissa Santos is still very salty every time she announces Pentagon Jr.'s name. And I'm sure she got a kick out of this match because, hell, this wasn't even a match. He was utterly destroyed by Matanza. Pentagon Jr. got no offense. Well, he got offense, but it didn't do anything. Like everything he did. Enziguris, kicks, punches, a freaking backstabber that Matanza just sat up from like nothing happened to him. And Matanza beat the living hell out of the guy. It was like watching a mouse take on a cat. The mouse was able to run, but eventually the cat caught up to the mouse and it was over. He beat him down so badly, the boy couldn't even walk. Pentagon Jr. was telling the referee, my back is broken. I can't walk. I can't get up. And then, of course, after he beat him down to the point where there was literally nothing left, he hits him with that crazy reverse power slam finisher that he calls the Wrath of the Gods and pins on 1, 2, 3. And then, after the match, Vampiro gets inside the ring, to protect his student, calls for the medics to come out. Then Matanza attacks him, and then continues attacking Pentagon Jr. puts him through a table, the announcer's table, with a power bomb. Remember, that announcer's table hardly broke throughout the season. Like, people have tried to put people through the table, and it rarely breaks. Matanza broke it, though. So you know, because of the idea that it's not hard to break, it added more impact to the spot when he sent Pentagon Jr. through the table. And the show ends with Matanza walking away, and the medics carrying Pentagon Jr. out on a stretcher. And before we go off, we see this dark, sinister look of Vampiro looking out the window of the ambulance as it drives off. And then the show ends right there. Good shit. That's really, really good. Who can stop Matanza? Like, who do we have that can stop this guy? This guy has dominated everybody. I'm starting to think nobody can. They're going to have to build someone up. But I will say this, man. The fact that they had the balls to do this to one of their fan favorites is really telling. And the crowd was mad, man. They were pissed when Matanza took out Pentagon Jr. And I can only assume he's going to be gone for a while. The best way to describe how I felt about seeing Pentagon Jr. get taken out like this. Those of you who remember Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin, getting hit by a car in 1999, I can remember being so bummed out because I knew he was going to be gone for a while. But I also felt a sense of eventually he will be back and he's going to take names and kick ass. I get that very same feeling with Pentagon Jr. I know he's going to be gone for a while, but you have to know when he comes back, he is going to be much darker, much more sinister, much more dangerous, much more relentless, much more of a badass. And I'm pretty sure Vampiro will be that too. He has to get stronger. Because where you go from here? He was destroyed, decimated. This never has happened to Pentagon Jr. before in his entire life. Yeah, we talk about his match against Vampiro at, Ultima Lucha last season. Well, that's nothing compared to this massacre. At least Pentagon Jr. walked out of that match. He didn't even walk after this massacre. So you would have to think he goes away and comes back stronger than ever. A much more darker persona. And I can't wait for it. I cannot wait for Pentagon Jr. to return. And honestly, if I had it my way, I would have him beat Matanza. I would have nobody come close to beating Matanza. And then Pentagon Jr. returns. And then he takes the championship off the monster. That's how I would do it. We'll see what happens, though. Give me your thoughts about Lucha Underground. And favorite parts of the episode, favorite match, favorite star, everything like that. And, of course, comment on what I say in the video. But that is my review. Another good episode of Lucha Underground. They continue to chug along on this really awesome season. But thank you guys for watching. This is your boy, Alyx, man, signing off. You guys take it easy. Peace.